Dark highways at midnight. A lonely road stretching into the unknown. A journey that begins like any other, but ends in sheer terror. Have you ever heard the legend of the woman in the white sari? The one who waits at the roadside, drenched in rain, eyes hollow, voice whispering in the wind. Some say she was abandoned. Others say she was murdered. But everyone agrees on one thing. If you see her on the road at night, never, ever stop. One stormy night, a bus took the wrong road, and the passengers inside experienced something so horrifying, so unexplainable, that no one lived to tell the tale. But tonight, you will hear their story. On a deserted highway in the dead of night, a bus sped through the darkness. Only 2 or 3 passengers remained inside. The sky rumbled, warning of an incoming storm. Raghav, the bus driver, kept his eyes on the road, while his conductor, Madan, counted the remaining tickets. Madan speaks with Raghav. Only 4 passengers departed tonight. Raghav responds to Madan while moving the driving wheel. Traveling in this type of weather is disliked by everyone. Without raising his head, one of the travelers abruptly murmured, "One more is coming." Raghav gave the man's disturbing words a quick glance. A few miles ahead, a woman stood at the roadside, dressed in a white sari. She didn't move, as if frozen in time. The moment the headlights illuminated her, an eerie silence filled the bus. Raghav hesitated, but eventually stopped the bus. The woman stepped onto the bus without saying a word. Her face was pale, and her eyes carried a deep sorrow. "Madan, where are you headed, miss?" Softly, she replied, "To the last stop." Her voice was cold and lifeless. Raghav resumed driving, but an old man in the back leaned toward Madan and whispered, "She doesn't seem right." Madan laughed nervously. "She's probably just tired. It's really late." But even he couldn't stop staring at her. There was something off. Her eyes were deep, empty voids, like a bottomless pit of darkness. As the bus moved forward, an unsettling tension filled the air. First incident is happening in the bus. A man sitting at the very back suddenly screamed. She disappeared. The passengers turned toward the woman's seat. She was gone. Panic spread until someone gasped. She was now sitting in the front row, completely still, as if she had never moved. After that, the second incident happened. The old man clutched his prayer beads and started chanting a mantra. The moment he did, the bus lights flickered violently. The bus shuddered, and then the lights went out. Raghav slammed on the brakes, plunging the bus into darkness. When the lights came back, one of the passengers had vanished. Only 3 passengers remained: the old man, a young traveler, and that eerie woman. The old man looked straight at Raghav and Madan. "I knew it. This isn't the first time." Madan gulped. "What do you mean?" The old man sighed, his hands trembling. "Every year on this road, a bus stops and a mysterious passenger boards. By the time the bus reaches the last stop, someone disappears forever." Raghav's grip tightened on the wheel. The young man looked directly at the woman now. Her eyes, they were changing. A crimson glow flickered in her pupils, as if darkness itself was swirling inside. She finally smiled. "I need to leave soon. she whispered. Her voice carried an unnatural echo. The bus approached the final stop, a remote, deserted area near the woods. Raghav checked his mirror. Only 2 passengers remained, the old man and Madan. The young traveler was gone. A chill ran down his spine, and then he saw her. She was still there, but her face had changed. Her eyes were pure black, her lips curved into an unnatural grin. Raghav flung open the door. "Get out," he shouted. Madan Shah has terror in his eyes. Raghav said, "Get out," but she didn't move. The old man clutched his prayer beads. "Who are you?" She turned to him and muttered, "I am the one imprisoned on this path. Every year, a bus comes along this route, and I take a passenger with me." Madan, desperate, tried to jump out of the bus. The moment he stepped past the door, something grabbed him midair. He froze. His body was suspended, as if invisible hands held him in place. "Ah!" His scream faded, and then he was gone. Now, only Raghav and the old man remained. Raghav was shaking. The old man turned to the woman one last time. "Do you still refuse to find peace?" She grinned. "As long as this bus keeps running, I will keep taking souls." The old man tightened his grip on his beads and began chanting his final mantra. The bus trembled. The lights flickered, and when the glow returned, she was gone. But so was the old man. Raghav sat frozen, drenched in sweat. He stepped out of the bus. There was nothing but an empty road and the howling wind. Taking deep breaths, he turned back for one final look inside, and his heart stopped. A new passenger was sitting at the front, dressed in a white sari, dark, hollow eyes staring straight at him. And then a whisper echoed through the empty bus. "Another bus will come, and another soul will leave." She approaches Raghav with the intention of snatching his soul. But Raghav Shah is doing something else. Raghav Shah passed behind what happened and how she became the white sari ghosts. Long ago, before she became the vengeful spirit haunting the highway, her name was Asha. She was a newlywed, full of dreams and excitement for the future. She and her husband, Vikram, were traveling by bus to his village after their wedding. It was a stormy night, much like the nights when the ghost now appears. Asha's husband was not the man she believed him to be. Unbeknownst to her, Vikram had a secret affair with another woman and had married Asha only for her family's wealth. On the way to their new home, Vikram planned something horrifying. He intended to kill her and make it look like an accident so he could inherit her fortune. That fateful night, the bus was nearly empty, much like in the present story. The driver took a deserted road through the forest, where Vikram's accomplices were waiting. When the bus reached a sharp turn near a ravine, Vikram pushed Asha off the moving bus. She tumbled down the cliff, her screams drowned by the storm. The bus never stopped. Her body was never found. Asha didn't die immediately. She lay at the bottom of the ravine, broken and bleeding. For hours, she clung to life, hoping someone would find her. But no one came. The bus had left, and her husband never looked back. Betrayed, forgotten, alone. Her love had turned into hatred. With her dying breath, she cursed all who traveled on this road at night. vowing that no one would leave safely until justice was served. Her soul became bound to the highway, and every year, on the night of her death, a bus stops, and she takes a passenger as